Wait a second. What did Quinnen Williams just write in his Twitter profile? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New York Sports Fan. I am your host, Josh Byrne, and today I'm going to make a video about my New York Jets and their defensive star Quinnen Williams, who today came out with a very suspicious Twitter post. He put, "I am a defensive tackle for blank." I believe that's how it was. He may have just wrote, "I am a defensive tackle blank," but I think it was for blank. Anyways, the point being, Jets fans, some of them at least, freaking out. Total panic city because apparently some have construed that this tweet means that Quinnen Williams is going to be out the door. Now, if you've been paying attention, you've known that for some time, Quinnen Williams has been looking for a contract extension. And this makes a lot of sense. You look at him, he's coming off of a 10-plus sack season. He's extremely dominant, wreaking havoc on that defensive line right there in the middle, drawing a lot of attention, even regularly defeating double teams from other teams' offensive linemen, and still making an impact on a week-in, week-out basis. And that is why Quinnen Williams, according to Pro Football Focus, ranked as one of the top 5 defensive tackles in the NFL last year. And if you're him, you're entering your 5th season. And for players in his position, we've seen time and time again over the past several years them take this opportunity at this point in their careers and see it as an economic opportunity to make a lot of money, to really break the bank. And if you're a player like Quinnen, with his skill set, with his talent, with his work ethic, and everything he has already provided for the New York Jets, you are in a position to earn a bag, and that is what is going to come his way. Now, this tweet in particular, the tweet in question, I am really not all that concerned with it because, it's hard for me to believe that just because things haven't come to fruition yet between the Jets and Williams in terms of a contract, it's hard for me to believe that he wants out or he doesn't want to be here. This is just him, in my opinion, being like, "Come on, guys, let's let's get something going." Because how could you not want to play for the New York Jets right now? This is the best time to play for them in at least a decade. The vibes are super high. You see what's coming out of Florham Park with Aaron Rodgers bringing people under his wing, showing up to workouts, and really, at least so far, proving that he is going to make a serious effort to be a leader for this team. And I think that affects everybody in the locker room, including a guy like Quinnen Williams, who has been a leader for this team, albeit a young one for the past few years, but has really dealt with almost exclusively losing seasons. And for him, I'm sure he does want to get extended, but I'm also sure he wants to remain a New York Jet. And considering the fact that the Jets had to, A, prioritize acquiring their guy in Aaron Rodgers to be the quarterback and just getting him here from Green Bay, and B, having to navigate and go through everything they needed to go through pertaining the NFL draft. I think those are the two biggest reasons why Quinnen Williams and the Jets have not agreed to an extension so far. So pretty much, I think it has more to do with the fact that the Jets, up until this point, have had their hands full with other offseason needs, rather than it's the Jets not wanting to bring Quinnen back or Quinnen not wanting to be here. But now that there is a little bit of a soft spot in the offseason schedule, I think it makes a lot of sense for over the next month or so talks to really get going here between Quinnen Williams' representatives and the New York Jets front office. And I do believe something will get done. I believe the Jets are all in on winning and building a championship caliber team that can sustain themselves over the next 2 or 3 years. And I think anyone with half a brain would assume that Quinnen Williams, one of the best defensive tackles in the National Football League, would be a big part of that. So I'm not concerned, but let me know your comments down below. Should the Jets be worried that Quinnen Williams is making that tweet saying that he's playing for blank line? Or should we just shrug it off like I kind of am and just be like, hey, Quinnen wants his contract, but there's nothing to lead me to believe that he won't be getting it anytime soon. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for all the future videos from the New York Sports Fan, hosted by me, Josh Byrne. And as always, all the love.